Today, I'm going to try to teach my wife how to change the transmission fluid. Difficulties? Well, she's stubborn, hard-headed, and doesn't listen. I'm Sean.
I'm the stubborn one.
This is 151 Garage. Okay, today we're going to go through changing the transmission fluid on this. Normally, I wouldn't really care about it to be able to get it to the registration, but our transmission cooler kind of is bent. It almost looks like it looks like a boomerang, let's put it that way. It's pretty bent, and right now there's no way to fasten it completely without it just digging into the brand new radiator we just put in. Now, we will be changing out it with a new one. It's not new, it's new from salvage. The junkyard. Yeah, it's new from the junkyard. One of the U-Pull-It places we go to. Now, we are gonna have to remove that one, remove the lines. I am gonna have to connect the lines to that one, clamp it, put it back in, and then we're gonna go ahead and change the pan, the filter, the gasket, and then we'll go through the whole, I say that we will go through it, she will go through it. Now, like the other one, if there's issues or things she's not comfortable with, I'll take care of it. Now, what we will do is we'll do the running it and everything like that, get it warmed up off camera, because we have to open up the doors, start it, let it run for a little bit, switch through the gears, and then we'll bring you back and we'll throw her under the vehicle nicely. And that way she can drain the vehicle. Transmission fluid. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, so we ran the vehicle a little bit, got the transmission warmed up, ran it through the gears just to warm it up just a little bit. We are gonna go ahead and jump underneath. When I say we, it's gonna be Jill. I did find gloves for her that actually fit. See, I don't need to duct tape them onto her wrist, so they do fit. She has her safety glasses. We do have a drain pan, a light, and a creeper under there, and a ratchet. So I have everything. Go ahead and jump underneath. Sorry about the noise. Okay, see that plug right there?
Ow! I pinched my ear. That felt awesome.
See that plug right there? Yeah, there you go. So we'll go ahead and put this under there. So we'll go ahead and let this drain, and we'll be right back. Okay, now that she's finished cleaning it, we did put the plug back in. We put a new O-ring just to stop it for now. We didn't torque it down. We are gonna take the whole thing apart and clean it thoroughly inside and out to make sure there's no gunk or residue, stuff we don't want to go through the transmission. Now, we did disconnect this. This is basically just clipped onto the front of the transmission pan. We are going to take the bolts out. There's numerous transmission bolts, pan bolts. They're 8mm. So go ahead and take all those out. I will suggest one thing to you, Jill. Do not take out one on the back side. Loosen it, but don't take it out until you get all the rest of them out. So right here? Yeah, just leave one in there. Because if you start loosening all of them and get down to this one, you're going to be fighting to hold this one up while you're putting this one, taking this one out. So.
Okay guys, you're going to get moved a little bit.
Right there. Still see it? Okay. Move the bolts out of the way. All bazillion bolts. Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere.
Oh yeah, because I still have two up here I gotta do. Ooh.
That was one.
Oh my gosh.
That, my friends, is why you have a big pan. Okay, we will be right back.
Yeah, we got a mess to clean.
After we clean up the mess I just made, so. Okay, so Jill right now is cleaning up this right here. You want to flip it over real quick?
Yeah. So I wiped it out.
Yeah, we'll clean up all this stuff around the outer edge, especially the sealing surface. Now, we cleaned this up pretty well. We're going to do a little bit better job. Obviously, around the edges, we need to make sure this is nice and, you know, all this stuff's off of it. But we'll get some stuff to get that off. What I do want to show you is the magnet. So the magnet goes...
Still a little bit wet. Hang on.
Yeah, it has a lot of stuff on it, so we're going to clean that up really good, make it completely clean of all the debris and stuff. But it basically just goes right there. So if you flip it up, you'll see an indentation right here. Hold it right there. This right here. This is where the magnet sits. Right there. Now, we did pull out the filter. That's where these two bolts came from. We did pull out that. She did pull out that. And we'll put a brand new one back in. It was just pouring fluid everywhere.
Oh, it's horrible.
We cleaned up everything. It's still dripping. We have that one. Once that's done dripping and we're ready to put everything back up, we will clean everything underneath the car and seal that up and take it and dump it appropriately. AutoZone takes it. You can basically just dump it off there. We'll put it back in the containers after we fill it, and then we will dump off the containers for them to take care of. Okay, so Jill cleaned out that. Here, let me grab the gasket. See how clean that is, even on the outside. It's pretty nice. So the biggest thing is do not forget that. That is your magnet. Make sure it is absolutely clean. That is spotless. Make sure that's in there. We got a new seal. And we have this right here. As well as we changed out, or we cleaned up all these. Now we put degreaser and then we put alcohol and everything to make sure all the degreaser is on there. Same with this. We wiped down the entire thing on the inside and outside with alcohol, as well as the sealing surface on the engine itself. Now, the one thing with this is we pulled this out off camera. It just takes 2 bolts. They're the real long bolts right there. But if you flip it over, watch out when you pull it out that you remove these as well. These are new. This one, I think, yeah, was the bigger one, was left in there when I pulled the old one out.
Yeah.
So obviously you're not going to get it in there. Just use something like a scribe to pull it out, and then you'll be ready to put the new one in. Now, before we put this one in, as well as that, what we are going to do is we are going to put a little bit of fresh fluid on the sealing surface, the rubber, and then these right here. That way it at least has a little bit on there. I do it as a jet engine troop. That way it seals it a little bit better. And
lubricant is always a good thing, people. What? I'm just saying, that way there's no air gaps.
No,
or anything.
I'm just saying. You're right. Lubricant is a good thing. You never want to go in dry.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I know that. This right here. What do you think I'm talking about? Anyways, so we'll go ahead and jump under there, and Jill will put it in there, as well as after we get that in, we are going to change out this. Now, if you guys see,
Getting awfully hot in here.
this right here is absolutely horrible. It is bent. We're going to go ahead and change out this. I had to cut off the clamps right there. I have new clamps that go in there. These are like the crimp clamps, so they don't come off very easily. I had to basically cut them off, and we'll use the regular clamps that you use, like hose clamps and stuff. Welcome back. Before we put this on, we went ahead and took this off just to make sure. So there were multiple clamps on this end of the line. As you can tell, there's 2 marks. Basically, I had these 2 clamps right here and these 2 clamps. So 2 clamps per line on the end of one side, and then basically the crimp connector clamps on this side. I pulled these off and I took these off. I wanted to take the line out because I wanted to see why they had 2 clamps on it, whether it one was cut and they just crimped it up in a different area to seal it off. They look fine. We cleaned them up real good. They were real dirty. We cleaned them up, inspected them, made sure they were good. Now, the reason we're changing this is because, show the other one. Now flip it up the other way. See how straight that one is and how this one has a nice curve to it? I don't think it's supposed to do that. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and jump underneath. She's gonna start installing the pan, and then afterwards we're gonna install this. We do need to get hardware for it, which is just short bolts. These bolts are way too long. We're gonna go ahead and put it in anyways, clamp everything together. We can run it with the longer hardware. We're just gonna get some shorter hardware because the inserts are a little bit shorter than that when we finally get to that point. So you wanna suit up and we'll see you underneath. Okay.
I got this.
Okay, we're all gonna watch Jill put the filter in.
I'm gonna watch Jill attempt to put the filter in.
Now we did pre-lube the O-rings that are in there. That way it's easier to go in. Check one more time. Okay, that's good. Put these in the center, or in your, what you call it? So,
tray.
I am putting a little bit of oil on this. So, it only goes one way.
Yeah, you can't screw it up.
Both holes line up. It really is kind of whatever.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah, because this tab right here is what this connects to. So this is to the forward, and it's pretty much it. That's all you need to know, because everything else is self-explanatory. I don't want to be the mechanic's helper anymore. She's mean. I don't even get the creeper, guys. She goes, no, you can lay on the dirty floor. So what she's doing right now is basically going through and doing a star pattern, picking one bolt, going 180 out, getting the next one, and doing that until it's completely done. At least she thinks it is, and then she'll go around and go through all the bolts in basically just a circle. Then I'll jump down there and I'll go through all the bolts one more time for her just to verify that everything's done.
Alright, babe, show yours.
So I will jump off. She'll get up, I'll get down there. I'll go ahead and bring you guys back when I'm done. First off, I have to say she did a really good job. Now we are going to go through putting this in. We do have 2 bolts. They are a little bit longer.
These are temporary, so we're gonna get shorter ones later.
Yeah, we're gonna get the washers, lock washers, and the new bolts. They're gonna be shorter, and they are gonna be stainless. Those are stainless. We went ahead and changed all the hardware to stainless. That way there's no issue. We're gonna install the lines first, because what we wanna do is put those in. That way we're not trying to go around that one to put that stuff in. We get a better view with that out. So we'll go ahead and put that one in. Now what we're looking at is those 2 lines right there. Now you can see them there. You can also see them right there, kind of. I'll try to angle it up to be able to see them. Nothing really to see other than the way they go. Now, okay, so if you look at these, you have the bolt holes here, and you have little slots down underneath. I'll move these out of the way real quick. That way she's not fighting them. but there's a slot here, slot there on the bottom, and then 2 bolts. Now what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to put that in this way. So if you guys wanna know, this is where the other cooler is bent, and it kind of bent this stuff. That's fine, not a lot of damage, but I wanted to eliminate that continuing. Okay, now that we have everything put together, we're gonna go ahead and start filling it up. Now, what this is right here is basically a little pump. You'd pump this, we're not gonna pump it right now because there's fluid in it, and it does have a quick disconnect. Now, go ahead and pull that off. What this is a adapter that will fit in the center portion of that plug. There is a cap in the center of it. We'll go ahead and pull that out, thread this in, and it does allow you to do the quick disconnect. See if Joe can do it. Pressure's on. Okay.
And it didn't go flying off like it did last time.
And the kit I did buy comes with a bunch of different styles, so whatever we need we can use it. It's a bunch of different fasteners and stuff, so it works out pretty good. Now we are using a Mercon 5 fluid, which is what this transmission takes. It does take 11.9, I believe, 11.8, 11.9 quarts. That is only 3 liters, so about 3 quarts, maybe 4-ish, something like that. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll fill it up. We'll put all of it in there. Now pick that up. Now you do have a shut off thing. What you do is that's open, and when you're ready to shut it off, do that. You can undo the cap right here. You can put more fluid in and then pump it up again. So Jill will jump underneath and pull the center plug out, as well as install that. And then I'll bring this to her in a second.
There you go.
My dog, her dog, is trying to play with her.
Oh
So
gosh.
before you put that in,
Oh yeah.
there's a ratchet right there. It should be loose because we never really tightened it up. What you can do is you pull the end of the ratchet off, pull the little socket off, and just put it in the center, and go ahead and take that little centerpiece out and that thread.
Oh my gosh, you guys stop! Baby, get him out of here.
Put that there. Come on, boys. Leave Mama alone. Come on. Oh, you want to stay on Mama's side? Okay, whatever.
Oh.
So if you guys see, you have it going up right there. Now the thing is, when we get that empty, we'll go ahead and unplug this, or turn this off so it shuts off the valve, and then we'll disconnect it real quick, see if any fluid comes out, and we'll put more in it. So what we have to do right now, and we're not going to do it on video, we have to check the fluid while it's running. So what we're going to do is we're going to run it, we're going to let it heat up a little bit. It has to get from 80 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit on the pan, and then we will see what it looks like. We won't do it on video because it will be noisy and will be a lot of, we'll be doing it real fast, but after it's done, we'll come back and we'll show you just what we needed to do and just how much more of that we have to fill up. So we'll cut it off right now, and we'll be back in just a second for you guys.
So what we did is we went ahead and we started the car, got up to temperature. I do have a IR thermostat, infrared thermostat, just target it. It got up to about 110, 107, 110, right about that. It kept going back and forth. Now we got up to that temperature. We pulled it off the first time, nothing came out, just like a couple drops that was in the tube. Then we filled it up again, went ahead and put the rest of that in there, pulled it out, and a lot of it drained out. Not a lot, but some drained out, and we got it to where it was a nice small stream, a couple drops, and then we put the plug in. We did have to get in the car and shift it through the gear, so we did do that. We shifted from park, to reverse, to neutral, to drive, to third, second, first, all the way back up. Pumped it a couple times, took it off, only had a couple drops. Then we did that again the second time. And then once we pulled it off the second time, it basically got all the excess fluid out. And right now it is full.
Yeah.
So we think.
Streaming.
So yeah. What we will do is in the future, probably a couple times we'll run this. We'll jack it up and check it another time just to verify everything's good. The car is level. We made sure of that. We want to make sure that when we do drive it around, we do catch all the little air pockets that are in there. Remember, we did take off the cooler, so there's a lot of stuff in there. After a little bit of driving, it may push that through. We're just being very careful, very cautious, especially with the amount of time this has on it and the amount of stuff we pulled off of this to replace and to fix it. So she did most of the work, which I'm proud of her. She's does a good job. Now, to give you kind of an idea what our skill comparisons are, how much skill comparison as a 1 to 10? Like, what have you done in the past?
Mine would rate as a 1.
So I wouldn't do that. I would probably rate her as
maybe a 2.
High 2, maybe a 3, because she does know a lot about the car. She does know how to pull stuff apart. She has helped us pull apart all the Broncos, including hers, mine, and Ben. So all 3 of our Broncos, she's helped pull apart. She's done some of the work, not all of it, especially the heavy stuff. Me, on the other hand, I've been working on cars since I was...
a wee babe.
A twinkle in my daddy. No. Basically for, God, I don't even want to say, since I was 15. Shut up. Don't say how many years.
I'm not going to.
But
just give it a wee babe.
But I have been working on jet engines for the past 30 plus years. So I'm fairly old. I'm a retired military, Air Force. I was a jet engine mechanic, an aircraft mechanic as well, hydraulic troop, cross-trained into that. But, you know, I have a lot of mechanical skills. I work as a mechanic for jet engines every day for the last 30 years. So,
yep. And then he comes home and I put him to work on a car.
That's changed. She's going to be doing the work because I'm getting tired of working on it. Unless it's something I want to do, but this is her car. She's going to work on it all. Congratulate her on another step. This I do not like. I do not like doing transmission stuff. Thank God she wanted to do it because I absolutely, it's not bad. It's just I hate the process for automatic transmissions.
It's time consuming.
Stick manual transmissions are easy because you just have a fill spot on the side and a drain plug. You fill it up till it pours out, you're good. Not this stuff. This stuff is a total pain in the butt.
Okay, people, get yourself a stick shift.
That's what I'll be getting next. Anyways, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. As you can tell, we do have a rear bumper, we do have a front bumper, and we do have the interior. All we're missing is tires, which we do have. We just need to mount them on the new rims or mount them on the old rims, and then a seat. And then we can take it and get it registered. Try to get it titled and possibly registered.
So the front bumper is actually folded up in a box, so I have to undo that and lay it out in the sun to like straighten it out.
We'll go through the process of that. She isn't going to do that. She's been wanting to do that, but we will go through the process of how the bumper came in. The bumper is actually in a box about that deep. So it is folded up quite a bit.
So
we'll see the process.
I have to wait because we had to get the cooler on, so I couldn't like throw my front end on yet, which was kind of disappointing in a way.
You still can't because we can't put the front bumper on until it's out here because the lip in our garage, it will crush that front bumper.
Yeah.
So anyways, like I said, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. More videos on Wednesdays with her working. Every Wednesday, her working. All help minimal. So anyways, hope you like it. See you next video.
Bye.
Bye.